In tedious exile, now too long detained, Daedalus languished for his native land. The sea foreclosed his flight, yet thus he said, "Though earth and water in subjection laid, O cruel Minos, thy dominion be, will go through the air, for sure the air is free." Then to new arts his cunning thought applies, and to improve the work of nature tries. A row of quills in gradual order placed, rise by degrees, in length from first to last. As on the cliff the ascending thicket grows, or different reeds the rural pipe compose. Along the middle runs a twine of flax, the bottom stems are joined by plaint wax. Thus well compact a hollow bending brings the fine composure into real wings. His boy, young Icarus, that near him stood, unthinking of his fate, with smiles pursued the floating feathers which the moving air bore loosely from the ground, and wasted here and there, or with the wax impertinently played, and with his child tricks the great design delayed. The final master stroke at last imposed, and now the neat machine completely closed. Fitting his pinions on, a flight he tries, and hung self-balanced in the beaten skies. Then thus instructs his child, "My boy, take care to wing your course along the middle air. If low, the surges wet your flagging plumes. If high, the sun the melting wax consumes. Steer both, nor to the northern skies, nor south Orion turn your giddy eyes. But follow me, let me before you lay rules for the flight, and mark the pathless way." Then teaching, with a fond concern, his son, he took the untried wings and fixed them on, but fixed them with trembling hands. And as he speaks, the tears roll gently down his aged cheeks. Then kissed, and in his arms embraced him fast, but knew not this embraced must be the last. And mounting upward, as his wings his flight, back on his charge he turns his asking sight. As parent birds, when first their callow care leave the high nest to tempt the liquid air, then cheers him on, and oft, with fatal art, reminds the stripling to perform its part. These, as the angler at the silent brook, or mountain shepherd leaning on his crook, or gaping ploughman with the veil descries, they stare and view them with religious eyes, and straight conclude them gods, since none but they, through their own azure skies, could find a way. Now Delos, Peros on the left are seen, and Samos favored by Jove's haughty queen. Upon the right the isle Eleventhos named, and the fair Calamine for its honey famed. When the boy, whose childish thoughts aspire to loftier aims, and make him ramble higher, grown wild and wanton, more emboldened flies, far from his guide, and soars among the skies. The softening wax that felt the nearer sun dissolved apace, and soon began to run. The youth in vain his melting pinion shakes, his feathers gone, no longer air he takes. "Oh, father, father," as he strove to cry, down to the sea he tumbled from on high, and found his fate yet still subsists by fame among those waters that retain his name.